Hello, I'm back. It's 1:15 p.m. So, the third person has saved the day. So, thank you. Whew, my prayers were answered. I started to have some doubt, but I try to have faith of a grain of mustard seed. So, I finally had, enough help to cover me for this week. You know, this between today and next Friday, I finally have enough help to stay here in this motel. Thank you so much. Wow, what a lifesaver. I'm sitting here feeling like like I don't deserve this, or but thanks for understanding. I even wrote a blog post on my little situation, you know, but so I mean, you know, would like to see about the job fair that's on April 23rd. If I can remember, I would like to try to attend that, hoping that there wouldn't be any perps there. But um, I'm gonna try to continue blogging. I'm gonna try to continue blogging and writing, and just I do not have a specific niche. I don't know how to pronounce that word because I never heard it audibly pronounced. So I don't know if it's pronounced niche or niche, but I don't have a niche to specific one topic. But I talk about all kinds of things on my blog, just like I do on on my blog, just like I do on the my YouTube channel and my YouTube videos. I don't have a specific niche or whatever. I just talk about a daily diary of what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, and everything. So I mean, you know, but please don't take it as if I'm trying to be greedy or that I'm trying to be covetous or anything like that. Um, so I mean, I'm gonna, I'm gonna just, I guess what I have to do is just, you know, like, since I'm low on food, you know, I'm not trying to say, well, you know, I'm just saying, like, it would be nice, you know, if I could have, a little bit extra financial help with food also, but you don't have to, don't worry about it. And also, if I can, have like a little bit help, like for next week, like next Friday as well. But, I'm just letting y'all know for this week, I'm covered for now. But it's like they're making it so hard. And I heard that there are more people, elderly, women, and disabled, are becoming homeless. And then they have, more affordable housing. And I heard not just affordable housing crisis, but I heard a housing crisis for rich and the poor. And so I had, you know, I read this recent article on WEAR TV. On WEAR TV, that the website to that, they try to say that there is $4 million that they set aside for homeless. But guess what? They're making it like as if they're trying to withhold the money, and then try to make like, oh, we just want to make the right decision and we don't just want to blow it you know, and then they try to say, well, um, they're trying to make like, oh, we don't want to just blow it right away on helping the homeless. We want to make the right decision. While they want to sit there and then you know, criminalize homeless people and, you know, ban them from places and or put them in jail, prison, or mental institution. And y'all not even trying to give us jobs. Or if we're disabled, and which a lot of us are, you know, y'all want everything to be just, you know, y'all don't want to be accommodating towards disabled people who are willing to work. Y'all don't want to, you know, be accommodating towards us. And then, I mean, so I'm just, they do not want to accommodate the disabled. You know, people with disabilities, they don't want to accommodate. And so they keep on saying that people are homeless because they put themselves there and that they're lazy and don't want to work. And it's like certain employers act like as if they have a hard time keeping employees, but they don't see the arrogant narcissism in themselves that they feel like their employees that they do have, they try to feel like as if the employees are losers. Like they look down on us, on an employee, like you're a worthless loser or something, you know. Excuse me. So I thought last year around this time of the year, I try to get help from opening doors. Jerria Bridges is her name. You know, the fake perp that, you know, juiced my head up to believe that, oh, we have lots of funding and we have lots of help. And she pretended to fake like she had compassion on me. She went AWOL on me. I didn't hear anything for 2 months. A couple of months later, I was working at Seville Quarter. I went and took a cab over there, or was it an Uber or a cab over there, and I asked her, you know, and she got an attitude with me and made it like she was too busy and that, you know, because she kept dodging and ignoring my calls and went AWOL on me and everything, or went MIA on me and everything. She went, you know, so then she, you know, as I said, she got an attitude with me. I don't remember exactly what she said, but, you know, I told her, you know, I updated her and told her I have a job now. And also that Rick Dye guy from REAP, a narcissistic perp, like he acted like he was offering help to homeless. But then he turned around and said that, you know, you have to have a job in order to get this help. And so nearby, I'm not going to say where, when I first came here, I tried to inquire about 2 places. One place, I got myself on a list, and they said it could take 90 days, you know, to be on the list, and that this low-income disabled housing. The other place, nobody was there. So I've called up some places, and they were saying that for them supposed to be in low income housing, they're saying that my $837 a month is not enough, and that I would need, you know, to be having like over $1,000 more than that. You know, I don't remember how much it was that they said I needed to make a minimum of, but they were saying that I need, you know, so much more money of income per month. Like even the low income places are saying that I mean like they had a something Johnson something apartments. I can't remember the name of the apartments with that weird lady, and I can't think of the name. Something with Johnson in it, and it's some low income disabled apartments. They were saying that, and this was like around February or March 2020. I was looking for jobs. Sammy Barker's didn't hire me. Holiday Inn at the Beach didn't hire me. Yeah, I'm calling out names. Um, so that was back then. So I mean, this is what employers do. Okay, I go apply for a job through Craigslist, right? They give me an interview, and then they go AWOL on me, and then next thing you know, or they refuse to hire me or tell me that somebody more qualified than you, whatever, got the job, and so then a week later they're still posting ads like as if they need people so bad, like they're hurting for people. And I've had situations like that with housing as well. Before I went to what's that place? Doo 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 doo. Yeah. For to rent a cottage, and that would have been the perfect place, but the perp sabotaged the cottage. It was like $475. The man was gonna give me the place too, and then he went AWOL on me. And then after a while, he was still advertising the place on Craigslist and Thrifty Nickel after he lied to me and said that I think he lied. He went AWOL on me and kept repeatedly ignoring my calls and stuff. So I mean, I've been having this battle for this gang stalking setup in this battle for a long time, and the gang stalking agenda is to keep me punished with homelessness and telling everybody, don't hit, like with vicious hate anger, don't help her. She's a scammer. But they want me to join. Look, like Queen Akasha said in Queen of the Damned, Aaliyah's character, join me or die. So the Masonic narcissistic perps want me to join them or die. And make it like you don't have any other choice. Your religion is not working. So, what is your religion doing for you? Oh, I better stop because I'm sitting here. I'm hurting my throat trying to talk like how they talk. But it's a big battle. It's like they want to keep. So I mean, it's like in the bit of support. Like I bet you. They're having a conniption meltdown right now. They're having a conniption meltdown because I got help for this week. Their satanic plans did not work. I prayed and God answered my prayer. So, I mean, I'm going to just continue to, if y'all perps want to say, that I'm a bad writer, but you keep stalking everything I do for years. You don't like my videos, but you're still stalking and watching for years. You don't like my blog, but you're still stalking and reading for years. That over 22,000 minutes of views that I got, or over 22,000 views for the month that I got. For this, yeah. I attribute that to you gang stalkers there. It's like, because the more obsessed hater perps who, obsessively watch. And it's like, yeah, it's a narcissistic thing to do, to criticize everything that you do or say. Everything you do or say, they got something critical to say about it. Like like an overt narc, they'll criticize everything you do or say. But a covert narc, what they'll do is they'll be like, don't worry about them. Stop being so negative. See, with you in that negativity, you need to learn how to think positive. And then after they show their true colors as a covert narc, and after they've been uncovered and exposed, after they've been exposed, then they go to act like an overt narc and criticizing you. But it's like they pretend to be fake nice and inspired by you and praise everything you do and say. And then after they flip on you and after you've uncovered their dirty deeds, after you figure them out, that's when they want to start to be like an overt narc. So, they it's like they flip and change their entire narrative about you. And then the religious narcs, as I said, I have to hear narcissistic lectures about why God is punishing me. And then try to say there's some sin in your life going on because why are you homeless? No, you saying that because you believe in that fake Masonic New Age health and wealth prosperity gospel. That's what you believe in. So, but I'm not gonna sit here and internalize the perps trying to tell me that I am the worst writer, that I'm so bad of a writer that you're such a bad writer, you're such a horrible writer, you might as well give it up. Stop writing. Stop with your short stories. Stop writing books. So it's funny how they want to threaten you with lawsuits and cease and desist letters. They make those threats with cease and desist letters and lawsuits when you expose the truth about them. So, but then, it's like I'm just. It's a battle, to stay alive and stay out of the mental hospital, unnecessarily, and stay out of jail or prison. Because they have had people in the past, even when I was in New York, try to, set me up, and I didn't know it was the gang stalking, but in New York City, the narcissistic perps. And yes, I wrote about them in my homeless ebook. A smaller portion, of my homeless ebook, about how basically they try to manufacture setups to try to act like as if they want to get me locked up in put away and locked up in the prison psych ward for life, or to try to get me to die in a prison psych ward. And then the narcissistic, abusive paramedics, I think they were just faking and acting too, because it's like, while I think a lot of police and paramedics and stuff, they try to be, I think they're putting on an act. I don't even think that they're seriously angry, that they're putting on a fake act to pretend like as if they're, want to try to use their fake manufactured anger to terrorize you and try to subdue you and try to get you to be fearful and submissive. Because then narcissistic perps, when they're perping and abusing you during their manufactured mental health crisis for you, trying to get you put away, they go from being all angry and stuff, and then turn around and walk around in circles, walk around in circles laughing at you after they subdued you and handcuff you, tase you, kick you in the kick you in the stomach with the pregnant belly. Like, I mean, I never been pregnant, but I've seen, seen and heard about this happening to other people too. If they think it's funny to kick you in the stomach while you're 7 months pregnant, and or kick you in the heart or the chest or kick you in the mouth while you're handcuffed and taser you and stuff. I never been tased, but but they want to put on manufactured fake aggression. Like, I'm gonna tell you a true story. During one of those, the very first time in my life, I think, yeah, they put me in St. Vincent Mental Hospital in New York against my will. And they had I don't know if he was Dominican or Afro Puerto Rican, or if he was a regular black guy in New York. But he got mad at me and knew nothing about me. You just see me in a crisis on a scene, and I could tell he was a narcissistic abuser. But he turned around and said, "She's bipolar!" And then he tried to say, "Well, oh, shoot, and you probably don't even need to be there." And you're damn right, I didn't need to be locked up in a doggone mental institution. But that white lady, Diane Frey, from New York, she was considered a mental patient, and she was one of the residents at the mental health shelter, and she was a perp. And then later on, she reaped what she sowed, that she tried that on somebody else, and then I heard that she didn't die, but I heard that somebody stabbed her. Somebody had stabbed her, and she played that with the wrong one. So, or somebody did her something, but they are, I really think that a lot of people in New York are quote unquote the real kind of crazy, because their ass is demon possessed. And so another time they tried to get me locked up in a mental hospital, and I think they put me at Beth Israel, and they brought me there, and the staff said, "You're fine, you don't need to be here," and they sent me right on back. And they were, and the mental health staff, they were pissed. They were really mad that that they brought me right on back to the shelter and said I didn't need to be there. But they tried to get me put in a Bellevue prison psych ward, and kept trying. And New York, it wasn't the place for me. It's too rough out there. Los Angeles was a little more tolerable. But in Los Angeles, let's see, New York City and Denton, Texas are the only two places in my life where I've been locked up in a mental institution against my will. Other than that, I didn't have to worry about that. But there were always those jail threats and threats to get you locked up in the mental institution. But I try to avoid those narcissistic perps. I try now, so. But in New York City, I try to get jobs. They used to force mental health on me and make it like that's more of a, in Los Angeles too. They try to make it like as if my mental health was more of a priority than jobs and housing. And in Los Angeles, the narcissistic perp try to tell me, and staff at the Union Rescue Mission, what I call separation torture mission, that guy Hayward, he tried to tell me, the guy with the dreads and glasses, he tried to tell me, you have to get your mental health straight first before you get housing. And even at Union Separation Torture Mission downtown LA, they try to I had to deal with the daily torture of narcissistic perps. Like, with 200 women in the shelter, it's like only about 3 people weren't perps and everybody else was perps. Come thinking back, before then, and just about almost all the doggone staff was perps too. And then a couple of ladies, one lady, Miss Ellen, was not a perp, but a couple of ladies like were perps, like Miss Deidre and the other lady, Miss Mary. They turned out to be nicer later on. But then after that, like Miss Thelma, Akila, and the other Miss Mary Weatherspoon, they were all narcissistic perps. And I can't remember the names of everybody else. But Miss Ella was my top doggone favorite. And then when I went to New Image Fresh Start, that mental health shelter, transitional shelter, Miss Lolita from New Orleans in LA in 2011, she was the only one who was loyal and not a perp. Everybody else was a perp. It seemed like they kept trying to set me up to get locked up in a mental institution, in a fake Kedron mental health place too. They corrupt and crooked, and try to set me up to provoke me on purpose to try to set me up to get locked up in a mental institution. So yeah, it was 2011 was the last time I've been locked up against my will in a mental institution. But now people saying that mental institution or jail is definitely not the place you want to go nowadays. Definitely. So I gotta be praying heavily against that, against them trying, and that's what the gang stalking goal, to try to set me up and stuff. So I mean, thanks again, and I'm gonna keep journaling, and I'll see y'all later.